Okay, busy in my element, always stacking. Fucking with my G's keeps me active, not one for the acting. But I love a little thriller with some action. You a bitch thirsty looking for attraction.
What's good, everybody? DJ TMac here for another great hip-hop conversation. Back with another local artist at a really dope local venue that we've mentioned a few times on the show before, River Bar and Gallery, and we are here with Justice Rhymes. What's good, man?
Oh, man, you know, living, doing my thing, as they say, you know, being a piece to the puzzle, as much as I can, I guess, So, making moves. Trying to, so.
Hip-hop artist?
Yep.
Producer?
Yep. Producer, engineer.
Okay.
Videographer.
Yeah.
Graphic designer,
bartender,
everything. Yeah.
Head chef.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm underneath the chef.
Okay.
My guy Jones holds it down for the kitchen. So.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But we are here at River Bar and Gallery, man.
Yeah.
Really dope spot. Like
Thank
right
you.
off the top, got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Could have set up 20 different ways.
Oh man. It's a beautiful place.
I'll definitely be back here for more.
Yeah.
I appreciate the hospitality. Like it's
Absolutely.
just really dope to be here. And like I said, this is probably one of the dopest settings we've had for conversations with T-Mac so far.
We're working for that experience. The owners, they're like family to me now. They brought me in, and I fell in love with the place immediately, and just took advantage of showing them what I can do and my knowledge and just my love for the place. I told them this is home. You know what I mean? I'm not going anywhere. Brought all my sound equipment over, and I haven't gone anywhere. I've been here the whole time. So
how long ago was that?
Now technically going on 2.5, almost 3 years. Strong with the friendship and, I guess the experience of going down this road differently because before I had a venue. So I owned a venue before coming over to River. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool, man. So you had some experience in places like this and creating, the dope vibe.
Yep.
Helping me get the lights all right, making the setting perfect. And we're here, man.
Trying, man,
So the first time I was here, I might have popped in once or twice just for a drink real quick, but the main time I was here, spent some time, really enjoyed it, was the Termanology show.
Oh, yeah.
That was really fun.
Yeah, man. Term, good friend now, you know what I mean? Just started out, obviously with business and whatnot. Been a huge fan since like way back when he first really started, when he emerged, I guess, as an MC to the ones who were following great MCs or just anybody that was putting out bangers. Term was definitely one that I was just like, whoa, like, what is this? Who is this? And why does he look like me, and why does he hold it down as strong as I would love to, and just followed his whole path, to this day. He's like 50 albums into the game, man.
Wild, man.
50 albums, man. I couldn't even I'm barely on my 9th one, you know what I mean? So to watch this man lay out a formula of how to do it and keep people like, yo, give us another one. It's not like, oh, there's another one, you know? It's like, I can't wait till Term drops another project, So, works with the greats too, works with some of the hottest bar spitters inside the game as an MC, So, yeah.
Also producer, Static Selecta, man. I love everything Static has his hands on.
Yep. I recently got to kick it with Static and Term over South by Southwest.
Okay.
And Static just, bro, randomly just kills it on the decks. Like, we went to this underground spot out there, and he just jumps on the deck. I thought we were going to just kick it, watch another DJ, smoke, drink. Nah, we sit on this little VIP section. Me, Term, Dead Eyes, a couple other homies, and Static goes up, gets on and out of nowhere just starts spinning a session right there in front of the whole crowd, and the crowd loses it, so like
that must have been awesome to be there.
Oh man,
that's a cool thing.
Those unexpected experiences are, for me inside of hip hop, I'm like grasping onto, So
how did you initially link up with Termanology? I know you initially said it was sort of through business.
Yeah,
but break the story down and how it ended up. That he did a show here.
I've been rapping to Term now, like, just consistently for the past couple years, obviously, trying to get him over to River, because I wanted to start River's headlining shows off with somebody that I just respect wholeheartedly in the game. And why wouldn't it be Termanology? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't it be somebody that, you know, I've been following, and, you know, he was ready to go. I mean, he was like, yeah, let's make it happen. Let's, just sending, messages back and forth. And when I brought him out, I made sure we treated him, real good. Mm-hmm. I wanted the opportunity to show him how much respect I had for him in the game, and just as a I guess I don't want to say mentor, but a mentor without knowing he was a mentor. You know what I mean? Just seeing his blueprint, because we've had, many blueprints shown to us, as far as like, Premier, Nas, Jay-Z, 50 Cent. We've had all these blueprints, but for me, somebody who's stayed constructively moving forward as an MC, moving words, keeping people interested in what they have to say continuously, nonstop, no breaks, blood, sweat, and tears into this game. It was Term, you know what I mean? Like, I had to have him. So ever since then, like, when I brought him out here, he was like, yo, you want to come with me to go kick it with Bun? So we went and kicked it the first night he was out here. Went out and kicked it with him and chilled with Bun, talk with Bun.
Bun B, by the way,
Bun
right?
B, man.
Letting everybody
OG.
know Bun B.
Yeah, the great, underground, as far as I'm concerned, UGK was just big, again, pioneers as far as sound. Rest in peace, Pimp C, definitely sound-wise, these guys were holding it down. And to be able to talk to somebody that, I respect highly as far as, smoking music, man, that good old riding music that, put you in the mood type music, to have him right there, showing, love and actually conversating, was a huge honor. And, I tell Term still to this day, like, yo, man, like, you have no idea how much, love I have for you for, bringing me into these experiences. And, even down to Paul Wall, South by Southwest, meeting Paul, meeting Static, seeing all these great people
Legends
do their thing.
In
Legends,
the game.
man.
Great people. It sounds like they're great, real chill, and
Man.
you can just come in and,
Yes.
they're rocking with you. But,
Yes.
like, legends in the hip-hop
Yes.
game.
Oh, man. Humble pie like a mother, you know what I mean? Like, I was just...
Yeah.
Eating it up because, and the fact that, they were... I had this... expectation that they were gonna be like, cool, what's up, that's it. Nah, they literally, like, when I seen Bun over at South by Southwest, when it, me, Term, Static, all of us walked up, immediately he was like, what's up, man? Remembered me, told him that I'm working still on getting his, because he's coming out, man. I've been telling a lot of people I'm bringing Bun back to River for an up close and personal, event. That's not no secret. We're gonna do it, so he's still in motion for that. But to have him, give me a hug and say, what up, man? Like, good to see you. And on his birthday, to kick it with him on his birthday was dope. You know what I mean? Felt good.
Did you perform that night for the Termanology show?
No.
Okay.
I'm weird. A lot of people say, how come you don't perform at the shows you put on? And, I had the opportunity to put on my people. You know what I mean? Like, my chance and my opportunity to perform with the people that I respect and been aiming to perform next to will happen. But, I have an opportunity to put on the homies, the guys that have been trying and pushing. It's my chance to give to them, So, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Denver hip-hop community real shortly, but that was my first time seeing Rose and Old Soul Era, who have both been on the channel, and many other artists.
Man.
I mean, there's like 12 double-digit openers for that one.
Man.
It was a cool night.
Yeah, special one for me, you know what I mean? Especially see them all get down right here with Termanology, man. Stupid
really
crazy.
Really dope. So the first time I did see you perform then was at the Despawn show.
Yes. Yep.
That was, I really enjoyed your energy in that
Thank you.
performance.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's what really, since I didn't see you here, that was definitely the first time. And I definitely, you got added to the list of people, to definitely check out, look
Thank
into.
you.
And here we are today.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Definitely honored to be on this, man. For real. You're doing something huge, I feel, as far as holding it down for the Denver scene, too. You know what I mean? Bringing
Appreciate
people
that,
in.
man.
So
There's
we need that.
There's a lot of cool things happening here. So,
Oh.
it's cool to move in here. I moved December 2021.
Dope.
So been
Dope.
here a little over a year now. And, every week I'm being exposed to something new or
Right.
somebody else doing something,
Right.
a new event. There's always things happening, a lot of cool venues, and one of the coolest right here, River. Come check it out, people.
Yes,
and we're going to
please.
try the wings later. So,
Yeah.
we're going to have that at the end of the video as well.
Yep.
We're going to talk about food, Denver hip hop community, but let's talk about sort of your style and sound a little bit.
Yep.
Talk about being influenced by Termanology. Who were some of those other early influences and people that you really, you mentioned a bunch of people actually.
Oh, man.
50 Cent, all those guys.
Growing up, I've been MCing since I was about, like everybody else, we were influenced and loved it. 11 years old, just started trying to mess around with words because it was cool. It was cool to try to, manipulate things the same way or be cool with the homies, all the little homies and stuff. And I grew up in, Section 8. So we were around a lot of that anyways. You would hear different music playing in different section of the apartments and whatnot. But my early inspirations would have been like Big Al, right out the gate. Nas, Tupac heavily. I was just a huge Pac. Really anybody lyrically, big into just East Coast hip hop. I don't know how I got into it, being that I'm more from the West than anything. I had family that are from the West Coast, so the I guess like the music that was being played to me was more like, Cypress Hill, obviously NWA, Cube. I considered Pac more an East Coast rapper at the time because of the sound that he was delivering. Yeah, when growing up, I just figured he was from the East and knowing he was working with the West, which is, pretty much facts. But I think just latching on to lyricism, holding on to those that were spitting crazy, bars and cadences and catching the beat differently, and not so much slowed down beats, but more of the uppity beats, and seeing how guys were battling even, So yeah, I think more East Coast than anything. Biggie. I mean, I think all of us around the 90s were just heavy onto what was showing at that time, which was Biggie, Pac, Wu, a lot of that. So I'm aging myself, but I'm 39. So growing up, it was nothing but 90s music. 90s hip hop.
I mean, it was such a great era in time, and it's cool that, coming out here to Denver, like I said, there's so many artists doing cool things, having the beat bodega, different ciphers. Like, you guys are still keeping that hip hop essence alive, I feel. That where I lived previously, it really wasn't around this prominently. So it's really cool to be out here, talk with you about it, talk with everybody about it. I mean, let's talk about your musical sound a little bit. Obviously, a lyrical artist, especially mentioning Big L was the first guy you mentioned there.
Yeah.
Super lyrical, Nas, all those guys. But your sound, you sort of have I would say it's a pretty serious tone throughout most of the music. And all good riding, vibing music. I know you mentioned that about UGK and stuff like that.
Right.
Most of the time when I've been listening to the music has been in the car on the way home, going to work, whatever. So it's definitely good vibing music for sure. How would you describe your sound for people who haven't heard it though?
I'm trying to be more, I guess, on the sense of organically creative these days. I'm back to the roots of sampling heavy in my music, especially going forward this year. with my new project. And to be honest, it's my rebranding project. So I'm rebranding my name, everything going forward. So I'll be formally known as, and you're the first one to really broadcast exclusive. I'll be formally known as Justice Rhymes, and I'll be going forward as 4our5ive.
Okay.
So look for my music under 4our5ive. You can find all my previous stuff under Justice Rhymes, but going forward it will be 4our5ive.
Okay.
But sound wise, I would say I've been pushing lyrically for a really long time. I really started out being a cypher MC. Love jumping in a cypher and just being able to spit rhymes, and not in the beginning, not so constructive to the point where I had actual things that I was saying. It was more like what sounded cool. You know what I mean? But going forward these days, lyrically, I've been really trying to push. Okay, let me start over. Starting 2015, I would say I wanted to start my sound differently. I wanted to start giving more of a movie feel. When you listen to my music, you get the vibe of you could watch a movie to any of the songs. You can see the song in the movie. The album is a movie. Good Kid, Mad City really changed my mind on how, and Compton, Dre's album Compton, the way those albums were put together in the sense like I could literally picture in my mind a whole movie playing from the very beginning to the end. And going forward, I always told myself, man, if I'm going to make something, I want something somebody can listen to and let them go down the road in their head. If they're smoking a fat blunt, they might take shrooms, they might smoke some DMT, whatever it might be. I want them to feel like they just got done watching a movie. Cinematically or sonically, the sound for that album could have been a movie. You know what I mean? So sound-wise, I've been since 2015, 2016, really each album trying to change it sound-wise, lyrically. Even I would say even me going back listening to my first album, I'd probably say, wow, like, even for myself, like,
yeah, quite an evolution.
Not so much, I guess, in the writing form, because I always stay true to my writing form, which is just give them the truth. You know what I mean? Give them the experience the best way you can. If you're going to give a bar-heavy song, go hard. You know what I mean? It's go hard, break bones, and if you don't, just go home. You know what I mean? Don't do it at all. And that's been my mentality from the get. Since I started out with my crews, with the people that I came up with, and the history here in Denver really helped shape me as well. Coming up with a lot of heavy hitters here in the city, it just really changed me lyrically, helped ground me for these days now going forward, because I can actually talk about some history here in the city within my music, and people say, whoa, like, let me go back, who is he talking about? I need to find out who that is, because if you're listening to it and there's names in it, those are my people. The stories are true. Everything that is in my music is facts. You know what I mean? So sound wise, I'm really pushing for, I want people to not skip, because it's a singles day type of evolution going on with music.
Very much so.
Nothing but singles. Everybody wants to just keep, and I get it, because Russ really kind of created that blueprint for people to do. But I loved getting a CD. I loved getting a new album, looking at the cover, going through the credits. You know what I mean? I love looking at the cover. Taking your time with it. Taking your time, and the album being something that you could actually focus on. And, I really I'm never going to stop that. I'm always going to be an album pushing type of person. If I could give you 2 in a year, I'm going to give you 2 albums in a year, So yeah, something I was going to mention when we talked about Cathedral is that's pushing an hour almost an hour long. Very rare for a project, especially from like independent artists, I would say, to get a project of that length. Yeah, you know, Cathedral was man, Cathedral was special to me, man. It was, I had to go in depth in a certain way for that one, that especially with the songs from the very beginning, because it's like church to me. That what Cathedral actually stands for to me is that place of, especially music wise, where I can lay down everything, where you feel most comfortable and you can just lay it down. It was almost like I'm talking to God himself, in the sense of, these are my sins, these are everything, you know what I mean? And the people could say, dang, this is church, this is his church, this is where he gives you everything, you know. And so that's really what Cathedral stood for musically for me, as my last, you know, project, as Justice Rhymes, you know. So
Okay.
but you know, it's you know, I figured if I'm gonna give it to them, let me give it to them in the best way I can, which is in a full length project, you know, going out. You know,
I like it, man. So let's get into Cathedral a little bit.
Yep.
Released September 2022, 16 tracks, like I mentioned, almost an hour long.
Yep.
A lot of songs, so I definitely have a lot of favorites, or, you know, things that I really like. Church
Dope.
Revisited,
Yeah.
Praying on Me, L2R,
Yep.
Alter Ego,
Yeah, thank you.
right? Time.Moves.Slow, Life and Legend, like, really, it's a vibe, man.
Thank you.
That's what I've written down. Your music is very vibey, very easy to listen to, chill, roll something up, relax, like,
Yeah.
you know, just think about the lyrics, you know, do whatever you got to do. But I mean, talk a little about the creation process of this album, and what was the inception? What was like the very first thing? Was it first thing that you recorded, or was it like an idea that sparked it? Where did it come from?
So, I knew I was going to be going out with the project. I didn't know when. I, you know, got involved with River, and so kind of took a break from really doing anything. Still always stay recording. Always have, you know, the studio ready for me. I'm a producer, so I have production, or I have producers that I go to. But Cathedral kind of started with L2R, Laid to Rest, with Jones.
Jones.
Yeah, that was the first track that I recorded, and I happened to think I was going to be putting it on as a single, because I was going to try the whole single thing. And I just was like, man, this is just too dope. I might have to do something. Then the next track was Church Revisited. I produced that one, and I went in on it, and that's really what started Cathedral. And then I said, okay, I know what I'm doing here. I know what, this is it. I knew what the name was.
You knew that from the start.
Yeah, because my whole thing is I like giving people church. You know what I mean? The other thing is I try to take a theme or a track title from each one of the songs from the previous album, and that's my title for the next album. So if people didn't really catch that, you kind of know something now.
Well, now the next one is called The Lord's Peace. That's a track already.
Yep.
And he was playing some of it before when I was setting up, and man, it sounded real good. Talk about putting together a body of work,
Thank
something
you.
that's unskippable. What we heard so far, man, we just gonna let it rock.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I'm hyped about it. I got my good homie Term now on it. You know, it's I got a great lineup on this. Shooters.
Dope, man.
Shooters.
Rosé's on there, I saw. Old
Man.
Soul, I heard.
All chefs.
It's something that I was just going to get into that seems to be a staple of your project is having a lot of features, putting the homies on, like you mentioned, like
Yep.
for the Term show.
Yep.
I really like that. You know, building the community, you know,
Yep.
keeping it strong.
Yep. And that's my whole purpose on doing albums, man. Gives me an opportunity to put my people on, new people, people I ain't worked with before, people I admire. You know, this next year, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I got a feature with Benny. Me and my guy DJ Large, we got a feature with Benny.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's the cat just came out. You know what I mean? I had to let it out. But you know, Be expecting that. We got a couple other features that are big. I'm not gonna say those ones because, you know, they're a little bit, you know, it's a lot. You know, I've been working. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've been working, and again, I've been blessed to work with great people and create a great friendship with some important people, to me at least. You know what I mean? So.
Wow, that's really cool, man. Really dope. Looking forward to that.
But Cathedral
and
just have my people on it. Lord's Peace gonna have my people on it, and you know, I had to have it blessed with Term. You know.
Is Cathedral mostly produced by yourself?
No, to be honest with you, I got several good producers in the bag that I've been working with over the years. You know, it's hard to say who all produced on it because I had everybody that I fucked with literally over the past couple years. Especially with the projects I've been working now. I did produce quite a few tracks on it, but you know, ultimately, like this new project going forward, I'm gonna be honest with you. What it was working next to Term when he came out. The fire got lit differently. I got the blue flame.
His process.
Not even the process, just talking with him, learning from him, just, you know, hearing his advice on how to do things. We literally talk like at least a couple times during the week, either through text or I'm giving him a shout. But, you know, just watching the way he's moving and knowing what he's doing just lit my flame a little bit differently. It helped throw mad gasoline to the point where it's a consistent blue flame. It's super hot. You know, I can have that orange and red, and it does get there sometimes, but I got, you know, and so this next project, I just said it's all gonna be me. I have one producer on it, and it's Fallen. He's a new dude that I, you know, researched into and had to get a beat from him that I absolutely love. But the whole project, this next one, is all me.
Okay.
Every bit of it.
Okay, nice,
mixed,
man.
engineered, all of it. So.
Where do you record at?
At my place, man, my own home. I had a studio before. I got away from that based on the fact that it was in my old concert venue that I had. Plus, it was easier just to have my studio right near me, ready to go and record and not have to say, hey, can I come down? Oh, you got sessions? Okay, I'll come back later. Or, you know.
Let the inspiration flow when it comes.
Right. Not that I don't like to work with others, and I am actually, I have some projects I'm going to be working on this year, and I am working that I am going to other studios. But like this whole project and the projects before were literally at my own place. So
dope, man. So before we get to Lord's Peace, I got a couple more questions or things I'd like to ask you about Cathedral, man. Let's talk about Alter Ego a little bit. That's like one of the realest tracks on there. I mean it's all real, but like that like hit me hit me the hardest, I would say, while listening to it. Asking questions. I mean, talk about it. Was there an event, something that sparked that made you want to write that? Was that the culmination of just a bunch of stuff? Where did that come from?
You know, so I got 3 sons, 18-year-old, 14-year-old, and a 13-year-old. I say they're my greatest creations. I can never make anything greater than them, and there never will be. There's no competition. I will never try. But Alter Ego, it was literally my way of like a coming to God moment for myself. I don't know, and I'm not very, you know, I'm not a religious person like that. I don't know what's out there. I think there's something bigger and greater than myself. I don't know what that is, and it's none of my business. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. But Alter Ego was a way for me to just come to the altar and say, here it is. Like, you know, like the final like prayer of saying, okay, you know what, I'm fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, lay it out. Put it on the table. You know what I mean? And I'm very much like that in most of my music. I have a song called My Prayer. It's definitely aimed towards my kids. They're featured in it. I have tracks like that throughout all my albums that are very much in touch, but Alter Ego was literally, you know, that was one for me to lay it out. When you're at your lowest too, there's been many things in my life that have gotten me to drop to my knees and be like, okay, I'm just gonna lay it out, and I don't care who hears it. I don't care if they hear my emotion through it. Dial tones was another one. I had my dad on it. He played the guitar for me. It was literally a cry to my grandfather, who I was the closest with. Like, just need that one last conversation, you know what I mean? And it took me literally, man, it had to take me about 30-40 some takes to get that, because there were so many times throughout it I would stop and start crying, because in my head I get these memories of my grandpops, or, you know, things of me and him doing. We used to smoke a J together every morning when I was a teen. I'd go mow his lawn. He'd talk to me. My grandma would be cooking us breakfast, and I would smoke a J on the porch with my grandpops.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And because, you know, he would just take me in and be like, yo, I'm not gonna spit game to you like the average person. I'm gonna give you the facts of how it was and how it is and how it's gonna be. It never changes. It just looks different. You know, there's just makeup on it, he would give me. But, you know, again, Alter Ego was really very similar to Dial Tones. Just me being able to just let loose.
Yeah.
Let it out. You know what I mean? It's better to let it out than keep it in.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Really great track.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate you bringing that one up.
Oh, of course.
I really do.
Of course.
That's a track that to this day means a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm sure to other people, you know, once they hear it as well, you know, people experience similar things or can relate to that in their own way. So, really dope for you to be able to put that down on wax, as we say, you know.
Man, blessing, you know.
Time.Moves.Slow. That's another cool one, man.
Yeah.
Did you produce that one?
I did.
So I really like how you incorporate the sample on that. You know, like Oh Boy, the song Oh Boy. Like,
right.
Like, those are just really fun tracks when you find a different
Classic
way
hip-hop.
to use the music.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to make something memorable, basically, something you could remember.
And you did it.
Hey, man.
You did it, man.
Thank you.
Talk about that one, putting the sample together.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about it.
You know, I've been a sample nerd since I was 10 years old. My grandma used to give me records because I had a radio inside my room that was an old record player technically, and it had some tape cassettes you could put in, and then 2 old speakers. And my grandma said, well, I'm never going to get you tapes, because back then tapes were more expensive, and you could get records for 99 cents. So she would get me records. And then, you know, I started just going to the Goodwill with my mom, you know, and, you know, when I was a kid, she used to bring me clothes from the Goodwill. You know, we call it the Segunda. But, you know, she would bring me something, and then I thought to myself, well, I wonder what else is there. I knew my grandma was getting records for me. So my grandma said, go with your mom. Went with my mom, and I found the records. And that was the end. All I needed to do was get couple dollars, and I was good, because I'd walk out with maybe 2 or 3 records, you know what I mean? So give the dollars to my mom, be like, here, can you get these for me? Here's my dollars, and here's what I want, you know what I mean? But samples, man, I used to just love hearing what I heard on hip hop. You know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean, bro. That's like one of my favorite moments, like, in listening to music.
Holy fuck, what did I just find? Like, when you hear it and you're like, tell me I didn't just find the sample. Tell me I didn't just find what I've been hearing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Still to this day, there's records that I know Premier produced and I found the sample that, and it's never been put out there, and I'm like, I'm not telling nobody.
Yeah,
I'm not
keeping that under wraps.
I've
still.
been
Okay.
holding it, and I haven't even used them because I know that nobody knows what they are because they're so rare that I'm like, you know, but
Real digging.
yes, I'm such a digger, but you know, Time Moves Slow. I love making love joints. I absolutely love making love joints. You have to make, you know, I'm such a, I do that. Street hop is what I call it. It's usually very hardcore to, you know, very, very much boom bap.
Boom bap, a little bit of trap.
Yes.
Definitely a lot of modern sounds, but I
Yes.
like the way you mix it all together.
Right. Time Moves Slow. I just wanted to make a classic joint, LL joint. LL, I'm a huge LL fan, man. I love R&B. I listen more R&B than I do hip hop. And it's just keeps me in touch with my feelings, keeps me in touch with being able to dig deeper in writing, you know. So Time Moves Slow was my opportunity to do a love joint and, you know, kind of put it out there that way. To
Really
me,
dope.
I want to make a classic joint, somebody, you know, something that it could be played on the radio or in your car, or
Yeah, man.
you know, and give you that feeling anytime.
It'll bounce on that
yes,
one.
thank you. Thank
Really
you.
cool. Let's talk about your production process a little bit more. Talked about it starting out, you know, the classic, the original way, bringing it back to the essence of hip hop, ripping it off wax and doing your thing with it. How has it evolved over time? What's your go-to method now? What sort of equipment do you use? Break it down.
You know, I've been playing the drums since I was about 10 years old. Played the saxophone, played the trumpet, I play the piano. You know, for me, I stick to instrumentation more than anything. I do love creating something that's very new age sounding every now and then, especially if it's something that's going to be going towards somebody that's singing. I love making poppy R&B type joints when I get the chance. But my real process is, you know, it's kind of just organic. I go in the studio. I use a machine now. My good friend and you know, first rhyme partner SP Double, huge in the game. He's worked very closely with Focus. If you don't know who Focus is Dr. Dre's right hand man, producer. Done huge records out there. He's produced for Britney Spears and Sync. I mean, major records. SP has learned from him, and over the years I've had the opportunity to sit next to SP and learn from him the things that he's learned. It's a brotherhood. We've exchanged knowledge, but really, to be honest with you, I've had the honor to really learn from him a good chunk of the way. We did start out together, both learning how to produce on a DR5, man. Little tiny ass drum machine. Okay. You know, Acid Pro was our first recording program. DAW went into, after that, Pro Tools. Learned how to work on the MPC, but again, now it's literally Machine and Logic for me. Okay. I stick to Machine and Logic. I get in. I never start with drums. Never have. My drums are my favorite thing. If you listen to any of my production, you'll hear my drums and you'll know my style of production. But I start out, if I'm doing, you know, boom bap or any type of sampling, I dig heavy. I smoke the fattest blunt I can to start out with. Get it real smoky in there. Keep it real light dimmed, dark lighting, red lights preferably, because it just allows me to feel like I'm in my zone for some reason. You know, get in that vibe and really let the samples resonate within me. I love jazz. I love blues. I love fusion. I love psychedelic type music. I love foreign music. That's my favorite. Okay. Give me foreign over anything U.S. Not that I don't love anything created in the U.S., but foreign.
It's different.
It's stupid different. It's fucking different, bro. Like, if you haven't sampled foreign, yo, I'm giving you some of the knowledge you should have had. Go dig foreign. You know what I mean? Go dig foreign. It'll change your whole fucking game. You know?
Speaking of that, I have some friends from Bulgaria that I used to work with. They came over here to work. So they hooked me up with some records straight from Bulgaria. So, you know, maybe I'll have to let you do something with them, all right?
Let's you know,
Let's
if I
set
have
something
to, I'll
up.
bring the stuff over and, you know, we'll
Hey,
build
let's have
it
a
right
session.
there.
Let's have a
do
session.
It, you know, I'm with it.
That's dope, man. So do you dig, you know, through vinyl now, or you do mostly, you know, e-digging on the internet? How is that process for you?
Both.
Okay.
If I get the opportunity to get to the record store, I love digging directly from people versus going to the store. I love being able to, if somebody says, yo, I got this record, I would love to see, you know, if you want it, I just give them the money that I would think that it'd be worth to me. You know what I mean? So, you know, it just depends. I do e-dig. If I don't have the chance and I need something new right then and there, I start digging. You know what I mean? Yeah. And to the point where, you know, I'll spend hours just looking for things that are just like stupid rare. Things that don't even have hardly any listens on, new and old. You know, give me something new. That sounds weird. I'll sample the fucking shit out of it. Yeah. I'll change it. You won't even know what it is, you know? So, yeah, you know, it's everything, man. I'll sample, you know, conversation, you know, whatever will bring a beat out in a different way. Funky. I'm George Clinton style, you know what I mean? I want weirdness. You know, I say, bring me the funk. I hear James Brown saying, hey, and the crowd and the group screaming, hey, you know what I mean? Things like that. I want that. Echo that out. Give a crazy reverb. Throw a phaser on it. Get a delay on it. And then all of a sudden, what the fuck do I have? I have something totally weird here.
What the hell did you just make? Yeah, that sounds wild.
You know what I mean? So, like, the process is always, you know, not to still, but to say thank you, because all you did was inspire me so much that, you know, I'm not taking what is yours. I'm taking something that means so much to me, that I loved it and I appreciate it, that I feel like it belongs part of the creation that I'm also going to put out there, and it's my homage. You know what I mean? It's my way of paying homage to you, sir, or ma'am, or whoever, for creating something so fucking dope. It stopped me in my place and said, yo, I'm ready to put hot ass bars over this the way it is, but I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what can I do? You know?
You got to do your thing on it.
Yeah.
Put that 4/5 stamp on it.
Yes.
And the Lord's Piece will be the next album, the next project that we'll be getting around summertime.
July 29th.
July 29th, official release date.
Official.
Dope, man. And you sent an album out, sent a flyer out for the album release party, a little private event here at the River. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, man. Got Termanology coming out for it. My guest, DJ Deadeyes, man. Both of them are great friends now. And if you don't know who DJ Deadeyes, and which is crazy to me, but Deadeyes has worked with everybody. Go look up his music. Go look up. He's like Term. They've worked with, that's their squad. So they've worked with absolutely everybody in the game. But, you know, I have both them coming out. You know, I got a few other, you know, big people coming out. So, like, you know, DM me, you know, get at me personally. _4 OUR_5IVE_. Go follow me, DM me. I'll send you a private invite. It's very limited on who's gonna be getting them, but I can tell you right now, this house is gonna be packed with about a good 300-400 people.
Hey, let's go. It's gonna be a hell of a time.
A lot of smoke provided by Lemonade. We got Blazy Susan that's going to be in the house. Man, man, we got a lot of important people that are gonna be here that night. So, you know, it's definitely, you know, a place that I would say you want to be at, you know. My celebration for an album that I'm just beyond happy to put out and just excited to share with everybody, because it's literally like my full creation, my and again, my rebranding, it's 4our5ive going forward, you know what I mean? So 45 back in this bitch, you know what I mean? So
hey, we looking forward to it. High caliber lyrics and music coming at you. I'm good for right now. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you not rolling too fat of one for me, so I don't get lost in the conversation.
Yeah,
you know, we still here though. Hey, before we go any further, let's talk about these drinks a little bit, man. I want to crack one of these open.
Yep.
What do we got right here?
Okay, so this is a mushroom drink. It's great for we sell it here at River. We're exclusive with it here at River. Come
Odyssey Mushroom Elixir.
Yes.
Don't mean to cut you off.
Yes, it's definitely, it says mood boost, and it really is. It's hard for me not to drink them the whole night, but it tastes like a tea. It's you almost,
I like that.
Yeah, man,
I like that a lot.
It's different, right?
Yeah, man, I'm a tea guy myself. So.
Yeah, and then we have these other CBD drinks. They're called Center. They're sugar free, 30 milligrams of CBD. It's a sparkling water, and we have it here at River. Okay. We're trying to bring curated drinks here and special drinks here, so that when you come here, if you don't drink alcohol, we have other stuff here that you can enjoy. You know what I mean?
Cool, man.
Boba.
I like that.
We got boozy boba here at River.
Yep. That's what initially brought me here. Actually, my girlfriend mentioned it. She's like, "This is boozy boba bar." Like me and my friend went to. It was really cool. I was like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah, boozy boba. You know, my good friends Carissa and Gil, the owners of River. Carissa's just she's a magician. She's, you know, she dreams. And let me tell you, her dreams are huge. They're massive. This place, River, is one of her dreams. So you could only imagine, you know, when you come in here, there's curated drinks. She's really curated pretty much everything on the menu or anything that we have here. She's the one that's designed it, the flavor. It's almost really hard not to get fucked up here. You know what I mean? Like,
gotta be careful, you know, make sure you got your driving situation situated before you get here, you know what I mean? Know what you're gonna be doing coming in.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's even for me, I'm not much of a drinker, but these drinks are so good. I will drink the whole damn time.
And the vibe is always good too, so you just relax and enjoy.
Yes.
You don't realize how long you've been here.
It's wild. It's a port. I tell everybody this, River's a portal. You know what I mean?
A portal. Yo,
you don't
real.
know where the fuck you come through the door, and it literally sends you into you don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? At any time during the week, it could be anything. We have guitar lessons one night. We have a jam band and open mic one night. We have Beats Bodega, who Face Defeat has now brought weekly. It's stupid, you know. And then Friday and Saturday could be literally anything that I book, you know what I mean? So, and Sunday, comedy, you know what I mean? So
fire.
It's, you know what I mean? And it's really more up than anything, but the ride is just like, you never know what you're gonna get.
That's really cool, man. Really cool. What I really loved about this spot is that it reminded me of a place out in Provincetown, Massachusetts, where I was living and working for a little while, called the Underground Bar.
Dope.
That was a place where I DJ'd for a while, and it's just really dope vibes. Like, everybody's really cool when they come in. It's just a good time, man.
Dope. Yeah, you know, really, to be honest with you, being, you know, again, honored to be able to be a part of River's existence and the history that we're going to be making together. Being a part of it has been, you know, amazing and a blessing, and I, you know, can never thank Chris and Gil enough, because it's been my dream to help artists be able to do what they love, because I know how hard it is to be able to get going or be able to even hit the stage. Again, I don't just put anybody on, but I do put on the people that are serious about their business, who treat this the right way. When you're getting an opportunity, it's not just, hey, I'm going to get on the stage and I'm going to perform for all my friends. No, you're getting the opportunity to perform at a place that when we bring people here, it's to be able to give you the opportunity to shine like the fucking sun. You know what I mean? Bright as you can. And so again, to be able to be a part of this, it means a lot to me. And so to bring all these different things that are going on, and even going forward, this summer, I tell people, sleep is the cousin of death. Nas said it, right? Sleep is the cousin to death, because if you sleep on what's going on here at River, we are the hip hop hub. If you want anything hip hop, this is it. Yep. This is it. Like, you have to 3759 Chestnut Place.
Yep. Come on through right off the highway, man. Yeah. Easy to get to.
Lord's Peace is gonna be here July 29th, man. I have I don't know if you want me to talk about it, but
hey, bro, I'm here to talk with you. Conversations with T-Mac, but hey, 4our5ive is the guest, man. You talk it up.
July 29th. I'm just gonna break down a real quick thing of what's gonna go on. Remember Juice?
Yes.
Okay. Remember the scene where the DJs are going back and forth?
Oh yeah.
The battle scene. DJ Cons, DJ Large, playing from the beginning to the end, like if they're battling track for track. They're gonna be playing it together, almost like a battle. The whole album, it's gonna be wild. You know what I mean? It's very much gonna be an experience. Again, to have Termanology here, have it live, you don't want to miss this. It's a ton of smoke. We're going to smoke up, you know what I mean? We're going to have a blast. I want everybody to, I got Questa Walker. I don't know if you know who Questa is.
No, I don't.
Questa is the celebrity chef out here. Okay. Every big artist that comes out, he's the one that does their food. He caters their food, and he's amazing. We have a kitchen here, but he's like family. I always bring him in. He does a special menu for the night. It's gonna be something special. Caliwood Radio Caliwood Music has been my sponsor and great friend Calvin. He's gonna be here, basically, reporting everything that's going on. Would love for you to be here.
Oh yeah,
obviously,
I put the time off request already. Like, make sure we're not working that night.
I invited you, but I would love for you to be able to, get any footage you want and
sweet. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that.
I got you an interview with Term, and so you get your
very legendary.
Yeah, it's gonna be your personal interview with them. Wow. So make sure to be ready to have your stuff.
I'm gonna be taking notes right when I get out of here.
So yeah, man, July 29th, definitely is going to be an experience for Lord's Peace.
I was going to say event, but experience. That's a better word.
Yeah.
Dope experience for the Lord's Peace.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the album a little bit more. We didn't really talk about it too much, but
yeah.
We did mention that it was the title of a song that's off of Electric Mayhem, right?
Yes.
So definitely listen to that. But how does that sort of relate, and why did you come to that?
Well, the Lord's Peace basically is more of a, I go by 4our5ive, been my, name. It's been kind of my AKA. Yeah. Now it's my actual artist name, my official name. It's like I've always put it in any of my music. I'm like God's personal gun. Okay, I'm his gun, the 4our5ive. It's the judge, you know what I mean? I really wanted this album, since I'm changing my name to 4our5ive. I wanted the album to start out strong with a strong title, and the Lord's Peace is one of the titles off of a track. If you haven't heard it yet, go back and listen to it. But I'll tell you right now, it had to be it had to be strong, and it had to be this project is strong. You know, it literally had to be, this is the gun. You know what I mean? This is it. You know, everybody on it is a shooter. You know what I mean? I almost wanted this experience for people to listen to it as like a boom bap type hip hop album, but it's a movie. From the very first track, MC Hammer, I'm gonna give that out there. That's the first track, MC Hammer. And I've been saying this, I'm the new MC Hammer, the gun, you know what I mean? You know, the 45. So
okay, I love it. I love the double entendres throughout the entire breakdown right here.
Yes.
Really, the Lord's Peace. I'm
the album.
You know, just thinking like a chain. Really, that's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
But I really love the way you broke that down. Talk about coming out strong. Talk about the gun. First single, Point Blank.
Yes.
Featuring Rose and DJ LRG.
Yeah.
45. Hey. Okay, fuck up. Catch me giving you 4-5. Stupid, that's my tooth is hitting you more than just twice. I bout my money down to being the nuisance. Fuck the change, yeah, that's the type of shit that I lose quick. I only move thick, need a wide frame to get the crew picked. Tougher than leather, closer to woo shit. Crude, down to the root script. Fuck around, end up twisted like a Rubik's. Bitch, please, you a quick squeeze forward trigger. Got a home team full of cold beams with some hitters. Sitting with a bold fleet, eating dinner with the winners from the cold streets. With a poles tucked under sweaters. Polo matching with the action coming out the gate. Fold them with the blasting cause the casket always needs some weight. Can't stop, not an option through the hate. Cooking at the top, make these bitches wanna eat right off my plate. I make a motherfucker move quick. In the back with a pack of wolves ready to lose it. You got the picture all skewed. If I gotta keep it real, then all you bitches know I'm here to do shit.
Talk about that one. I mean, dope video filmed here at the river.
Oh man, it was if I was gonna, I said this for the album, again, like river is my life here now. I everything I do, I point to river. All my videos will be shot at river for the Lord's Peace. Point Blank was like statement. Here it is. Yeah. Point blank. But also the gun, you know what I mean? You're getting that 45 again. I had to go in strong. DJ Large has been my DJing great friend and partner in rhyme since I was about 16, 17, and he's part of, you know, we go by, when we're on, you know, the stage together, we go by Large 45. Okay, I don't go by 4our5ive. I don't go by just Justice Rhymes. He doesn't go by DJ Large. We go by Large 45. So it was automatic he was on it. And then I had the other idea of, man, I've been wanting to work with Rose. We've been, you know, freestyling together here and there at Mutiny Cafe, here at River, and it was like, yo, I'm giving him something stupid. I was like, I'm giving him the dumbest track I could give him to get on, and my idea already to shoot the video was gonna be here at River, and so I made sure to tell all of them, pretty much the whole crew that is always with me, you better be at River this date because this is when we're going to shoot it. The track is done. And, you know, ended up being Rose and Large, man. Being literally one of the funnest tracks I've done. Yeah. And I had to make it my single.
Yep.
Had to make it
really
a single.
Fun.
I have another one that's getting ready to drop here in about a week.
Okay.
Yeah, I got another one.
That'll be out by the time this comes out. This will probably drop right before the album.
Okay.
So we'll try to line it up for you know, a nice promo for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first single. Really fun, dope track. A bunch of features on this one as well. Like I said, sort of a staple in your music. What else do you want to tell us about the album, man?
Man, just look for bar heavy hip hop. Bar heavy. I mean, just I say the bar gang. You know what I mean? The squad is the gods. That's what we go by. That's what we are going by. Everybody that I kick with and is part of my music. We you know, it stands for greatest of Denver. You know what I mean? We're, you know, when you hear gods or you hear God, I'm a god. That's what it stands for. I'm one of the greatest of Denver.
I love it.
So there's a team of us that are here. We got Face Defeat, we got Rose, we got Large, we got Old Soul Era, MC Big House, Faux Chief. You know, I got everybody that's on the album. Those are the gods, you know what I mean? And there's more, you know what I mean? There's a lot more that are part of it that make this team fundamental. But Lord's Peace, I had to put shooters, man, chefs, cooks, ready to, when they got that beat, they're ready to just chop it up and cook it immediately. You know what I mean? To the point that even performances, it just feels like, dang, man, I just watched like a scene from 8 Mile when the whole crowd is going crazy, when he's just killing it, you know? That type of feel. I wanted that type of feel the whole way. I got a song with Faux Chief called Big Smoke. And it's, you know, it's just like the grimiest beat you could get. Almost that Griselda feel. Okay. Just what am I about to listen to? You know, for the motherfuckers that do dirt, this might be that one that just, I don't know if I should say that, but this might amp up doing the dirt. You know what I mean?
Put you in a certain mentality.
Oh man, it's I got my man Faux Chief on it, man, and
I love all the features that he has with you. By the way, like
man.
Really dope songs.
You know,
those stuck out to me. The ones with Faux Chief.
Have you
for sure.
peeped Faux Chief yet?
I have not.
Okay, go peep Faux Chief's catalog. Okay, Faux Chief.
A local artist out here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he was part of Fresh Breath Committee. Ended up part of first On Point, a group called On Point with Paul Jr., who used to go by Flawless. Then ended up moving into a group called Fresh Breath Committee with Contrast, Mike Charles, like a bunch of dope artists. But ended up now venturing off on his own, similar to me, man. Going off on his own, creating his own sound. But go check him out. Like, I know you're gonna want to meet with him eventually, man. Yeah. And I told him that I would have you talk with him eventually.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, you know, Faux Chief is definitely somebody, you know, always that I have to have on my projects.
Okay, yeah.
You'll always hear Faux Chief on my projects. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So. But yeah, man, MC Big House, another one, he's on it. Mm-hmm. MC Big House, if you haven't heard him, go check him out. Deep voice, very, you know, lyrical, cuts on the beat. Got the Jones, got my brother the Jones on it.
Jones 45.
Yeah, man. We got a full-length album now in the works, so that's something that, you know.
Part 3.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, Jones 45, the full length. Me and Big House have a project called House Gun, so be on the look for House Gun. I've been working with Heavy. If you know who Heavy is, but Heavy, he's been in the game for a long time. He's worked with a lot of people. He works with Otis right now. Otis is doing big things. He's a young pioneer in his own lane. Stands for One Truly Inspired Soul. Check him out. Man, I got people on this project that is just, you know, I'm so amped up to have people on this project because it was my way of going into the new realm of being this new MC. You know what I mean? This new me, this new, again, the Lord's peace, man. I'm giving you something stupid strong, you know, like you're gonna love it. It's gym ready music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, from what I was hearing, man, it did seem like a little bit of a different sound. You know, I had Cathedral on repeat a lot lately. So hearing that, it was definitely like a different style. It seemed like a little bit.
This is, if I could give it to you straight, the Lord's Peace should be a one-track album, if that makes sense. Just a one-track album.
Played through, you don't realize it's just we're at the end.
And here's the thing, I am doing that. So if you get on Spotify, you get on Apple, you get on anything, the option is to have the DJ cut of the whole one track that goes through.
I love it.
Yeah, you could technically have your on Apple and shuffle, or you can play it straight through. But I'm gonna have a special cut made, the DJ cut. That's gonna be
dope.
differently.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be a special cut.
I like it.
And
I
you're
like
gonna
it.
want to play it through, because it's gonna be different from the album that's gonna be available to pick track by track.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, special
Sweet.
surprises.
Damn. All right. Yo, so a lot to look forward to on this album. July 29th.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout. We got all the links below to connect with 4our5ive.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
where will it be available? Obviously, streaming platforms, but do you put music out on Bandcamp, or do you have another way for people to get it?
No, to be honest with you, I'm very straightforward. You can get it right off iTunes, Apple, Google, everywhere possible. I don't use Bandcamp. I used to. I probably should. I'm just really simple. I like just going through my one distribution and letting it handle everything. Yeah. I got ASCAP and BMI. They take care of everything else. Sound scans. But, it's going to be everywhere. I'm going to have some... I've been throwing this out there. I think I might be doing some tapes, special release with tapes and special release with vinyl.
Nice.
So those will be 2 cuts. I got merch, the T-shirts ready. Nice. I might do some art, so special. This is still up in the air, but day of my album release, I might have special art that will have QR codes with the album on it, and new music that is special from me and all the artists that I've been working with on each project. So when you come here, you'll have the opportunity to buy that canvas with my art, my personal art that I've painted, and my QR code that has a download special for that canvas with tracks that nobody else is going to be able to hear until those albums come out
wild.
in the next couple years.
That's crazy.
So, and I got bangers.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna be in here. I'm gonna be buying hella art, and all the art in here is for purchase. Or?
Absolutely. If you come in the river, you can buy any of the art. 100% of the proceeds go to the artist that is selling the art. We don't keep nothing.
Amazing.
We don't keep nothing. We want the artists to be able to make their money off of what they created. We didn't do it. We're just an avenue for them to make the money. So, and survive, man. We're just all trying to survive, It ain't about the dollar, but it kind of is at the same point. We got to survive off of what we love, and there should be nothing wrong with doing that if there's an avenue to do it, and we're an avenue, so...
Absolutely. We've kind of been talking about a little bit throughout this whole interview, but the Denver hip-hop community, it's real strong, man.
Yes.
Different than any place that I've been before. Growing up really primarily on Long Island, but... maybe I wasn't into hip-hop that much, but there's not really a bunch of venues or places where there's underground shows happening.
Right.
There's countless out here.
Right.
So it's just a real dope experience to be out here and, be in the community and the culture out here a little bit. Talk about sort of, from your perspective, the Denver hip-hop community, how it's grown, evolved over the time, like the strength it has now. And man, just your perspective on that.
Growing up in the 90s here in Denver with hip-hop, I grew up with ciphers, party ciphers, backyard ciphers, wherever you were in the lunchroom. It didn't matter where it was. There was little circles of us getting in there and rhyming or breakdancing and doing things like that. But the evolution of hip-hop here in Denver has been stupid crazy, man. Now, there's this stigma that, it's very broken as far as like it's cliquey. Now, there is that, and that's always in every city, music-wise. But Denver does have a very strong history in where hip-hop started here. The pioneers, I say, of Denver hip-hop, the ones who started actually doing parties or doing shows, like Cuttin' Crew. Cuttin' Crew is like literally one of the OG DJ crews here in Denver. They really... pioneered for Denver hip hop, being able to get on the mic at a party where they had hundreds of people at it. You know what I mean? Started right in the center of the city. You know what I mean? Where the east side, basically, of Denver. But you know, there's Dent, a good friend of mine who, most people know who Dent is, but he's an OG MC freestyler.
I've seen him at a bunch of the shows that I've been to.
He's known, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he is an OG here. He's a freestyler. Definitely has kept hip hop alive in a certain way here in Denver. He has definitely owed his roses for what he's done here. And my personal, you know, friend and brother, and an OG, that's what I tell him. He's always like, nah, you know, I'm just a piece of the puzzle, and we all are. But he is a very important piece to the puzzle here in Denver. You know, there's Kingdom. You know, there's so many people here that I'm gonna miss talking about, because the history of Denver's hip hop scene is stupid big.
Yeah.
It's a weird glob that kind of it's not one circle. It's a glob that kind of
Not just one like smooth storyline.
No,
right?
it's
There's
very much
a lot of different things happening.
Very much. I mean, we have Tag Team that's from Aurora here. You know, Tag Team was huge back in the 90s. I remember watching Mighty Ducks, Tag Team back again. You know what I mean? And be like, I love that song. And then to find out them dudes are from here.
That's wild.
Them dudes are from here. Like, that's the history we have. You know what I mean? We have a weird history, but we have an amazing history. I think, if I'm right, back in 96, maybe 95, 96, The Source did an article on Denver underground hip hop and said that Denver was hip hop's underground at that time. It was where underground was thriving the most. Even though there was LA, even though there was New York, they were more televised.
It was getting very commercialized.
Very much commercialized. That's where hip hop was. But Source did a write up on the fact that Denver had the craziest underground hip hop scene. You know what I mean? And it was true, man. You know, growing up, we had Rock Island, where it was a venue where, you know, you couldn't just get in. It was 21 and up, but we were all there. It was hip hop. It was like the scene from Beat Street where, you know, all us youngins were walking in and ready to break dance and go and battle, and that's literally where we were battling. Wow. You know, the places like that. You know, hip hop here in Denver. There should be a movie, but the problem with that, too big of a movie.
Yeah, it sounds like it's got to be a more of a documentary or a
Almost
series.
like a
you
series.
know what I mean? A show.
A show to be able to explain the depth, because the timeline where it starts and the connection is crazy, because at the end of the day, my man Dan, he's like best friends with Super Nat. You know what I mean? He was the winner for Jay-Z's back. Man, it was I can't remember the name of the battle right offhand, but he won Denver's competition, and he went on tour. He went and did things. You know what I mean? My man SP Double, working with Dre, working with Focus, working with some of the biggest heavy hitters in the scene. You know what I mean? We got AP. We got A-Meezy. You know what I mean? We got Creepa now, that, you know, a new young cat who's, you know, he's creating his own lane and his own scene music-wise. You know what I mean? He has that track, Oh No. And it blew up on Snapchat and TikTok and Instagram. People were doing crazy stunts, and his song was "Oh No, Oh No." So we got people here in the city that are creating and have been creating a lane for themselves for a really long time. It's really untouched here, and I think that, you know, it's gonna start changing. You know, and I really want. That's why I'm here at River. again. You know what I mean? River is my opportunity to help start making that change. It's my opportunity to open the doors to all the real people looking to be seen and do it the right way, not do business. And if I can give any advice out there, do business the right way, because you're gonna move a whole lot further and faster doing it the right way out the gate. Be honest, be loyal, be truthful. Make friendship. If you want to be here at River and you wanna fuck with me and you wanna be on this stage, come fuck with me. I bartend Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Come get a drink. It's gonna be on me. You know what I mean? Like, I've probably been wanting to talk with you, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I got only so much time that I'm saying, yo, let's link, or when I can actually get out, because I'm here so much. I don't get to get out all the time, and I try to get out and link up with everybody. I got to show my own team love, you know what I mean, and get out to their shows. I would love to be out at everybody's event if I could, but my handout to the community and my homage to the city and its history and to keep it moving is, River, here's my hand. Come over. Let's talk. Let's chop it up. You know what I mean? I'm probably one of the easiest dudes you can talk to. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Super chill, man. We ran into each other like just a few times, but hey, we're having a dope conversation, man. It's easy to talk to. Hey, get at him. You never know what's going on here and what you may be able to get involved with. So hey, come through. We're gonna have an off-air conversation as well. But man, hip hop community, really unique thing happening here. Really dope,
man.
Hey, you talk about not getting out too much, but I did see you at the 420 Fest, man. That was funny. Waka Flocka tore it down, bro. That was like one of the best performances I've seen like in recent memory, honestly.
It's crazy.
And it wasn't even mostly his songs, which is like the best part.
Yeah, I know. We were saying that. I said, because it was me and Face Defeat and the Jones. And we all said, hey, because we were down there promoting Beats Bodega. Every Thursday at River it's Beats Bodega, and it was Thursday, so we were like, you know what, let's go and hand out flyers and let's go down there and met up with some of the homies that were twisting up the big joints with Blazy Susan, my man Cool, and my G Mondo. He's my manager. He manages my music. OG. Triple OG, I call him, Mondo. They were rolling it up. They ended up getting all the big joints that you've seen on stage. They got them up to them, Ross and all them.
Damn. Yeah, so that was the biggest joint I ever seen.
They got to talk with Al. Alchemist. Big things, man. We got him to do a shout out for Beats Bodega. So have Alchemist doing a shout out for us was huge.
That's ill. That's crazy.
So again, we're here's the thing, man. 420 was, to be honest with you, my first experience. I ain't been to 420, so it was also my first experience being there. It was dope, man. I had a good time. I talked to a lot of people, got to smoke. I roll up a lot of blunts, man. I smoke a lot of weed, so for me, it's like, how many do we have? And the whole time faces rolling backwoods, and it just it was a smoke fest, man. So
smoke fest, it's a fun time, man. Real fun time.
Yeah, it was a great time. Good seeing you there too, man. I was like, when you're like, yo, Justice 4our5ive, I'm like, I turn around because I hear that all the time, and I'm like, oh yeah, what's up, bro? Like, it was a shock, man. But because I had been seeing everybody when I came up, and good seeing you, bro. I'm glad we finally got to make this happen. I've been anxious to get out here, get on with you. You know what I mean? I'm glad it's here. With River, where I'm, call my second home. You know what I mean? I'm here all the time. So
I'd love to do some more here. Hey, maybe you have my birthday party here.
Let's do
man.
it.
This shit
It'd be my pleasure,
real
man.
Dope. So
get you a couple DJs. Maybe we do some performances.
That would be.
Maybe
lit,
we make
man.
it a real party. We put you on the stage.
That'd be lit.
Some couches up there, and have some performances going on.
Yeah,
for
man. We'll talk about that. August is my birthday, so
all right. Well, let's make it happen, Kevin.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Man, we talked about a lot of stuff. Hey, and it's great to have you on here. Like I said, really unique stuff happening in the Denver hip hop community, and it's great to talk to you and really get an understanding about what you're doing and what you're really trying to do for the city right now. So
Thank you, man.
It's really dope.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm serious about what I do and love,
Yeah.
So.
All right. So a big part of conversations with TMac is music. Another big part is food. Right?
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, we're going to munch down some wings in a little bit.
Yep.
But what are some of your go-to food spots around town?
Oh, man, I love underground spots, and I love spots that have unique food. I love especially curated foods. I come from a family that my dad was very much whatever he could make food with in the house, because we didn't have a lot of money. I came from Section 8, so you cook with what you have. So my dad had to be creative. The other thing is my grandpops was a butcher. So he learned how to cook with things that you weren't getting at the store. Yeah. So for me, I love going to places that are like very much foods that are curated with parts that you don't normally get.
Unorthodox.
I I've been fortunate to travel the world and be able to go to certain places and try foods that are from different countries. And growing up, I'm not afraid. You get that fear when you're told you're gonna eat tripe. And at first you don't even know what tripe is, and then when you get older, when you're young and you come from a Hispanic or Latino or whatever you want to call it family, tripe it's menudo, and it's just part of it. And growing up, you were eating it, and then when you get older, you find out what tripe is, and you're like, okay, but I've been eating it. It's still good to me. I don't care. I'm gonna fucking eat it. You know what I mean? So, but for me, places here in Denver, that's a tough question, man. It's been tough because I've been eating all of Carissa's new ideas here at River, man. She's been, now we have gyros, and so we've been doing that. But the wings here, man, I need to, you think you would get sick of wings, man, but I fucking love the wings here. They're so good, and I'm not being biased. I feel like if there's a wing competition here in Denver, we're gonna kill it. I think we're gonna take it. But I don't know, man. I mean, I love sushi. So sushi spots, Italian. I love Italian. I just ate at a place called Callo's. It's off of Morrison Road, up there off of Feds and Morrison. It's based off of Frida Kahlo, the artist. That's why it's called Callo's. But
okay, that's cool.
Mexican restaurant, and it is bomb. Oh my God, man! Fire.
I'll be heading there real soon.
Stupid dope.
Okay.
Yeah, I to be honest with you, I needed that. I haven't had good Mexican food that was I guess from Mexico, that style of food. Haven't had that in a long time. And that was a good push to it, you know what I mean? I got someplace, Tio Cali, man, good friend of mine manages it. Amazing food. Chili Verde is another spot. Those are good Mexican spots. I had AJ's Barbecue recently. AJ's Barbecue is a hidden little gem that if you love barbecue and you love, burnt ends, if you're a burnt end, they have a burnt end sandwich that is stupid. Grandpa's Burger Haven. That's another little spot. I don't know if you've had that yet.
No, I haven't even heard of that.
Okay, Grandpa's is you got to go there. 6-inch hamburgers. They're massive, stacked. What's another spot, man? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of spots. Grandpa's has been the one lately that I've been really on top of. Yeah, you're only going to Columbine Steakhouse. I don't know if you've been there yet.
No, I haven't.
Okay, Columbine Steakhouse. My grandpa used to be the butcher for them way back in the day. That is definitely a staple to Denver steakhouses. Okay. Besides the Butcher Block is
classic
being a diner.
Spot.
Yeah, definitely. If you haven't had a chance, go to the Columbine Steakhouse. Get you the porter. Or the sandwich, the steak sandwich is amazing.
Steakhouse, you better get a steak.
Yeah, man, get a steak, man. You might as well. They give you French fries. You get a hot sauce on the side. You squeeze it all over the whole plate, and it's amazing, you know. So
nice, man. All right, so that's a good amount of spots. That'll keep me fed for a little
Yeah.
while. I'll come back to you when I need some more, though.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm a pizza guy myself. I actually manage a kitchen at a pizzeria, and now I got that promotion. Let's go,
Dope,
baby.
let's go.
But so if there was a 4-5 pizza, what is on it? Give me your toppings. Give me your style. Hey, build it all up for me, and then maybe we can get together again and munch on this pizza.
I'm a meat lover's pause. I had to get that pause in, but you know, ham. I love, you know, anything like that. You know, banana peppers. I do like, you know, a little bit of that vinegary flavor on top of it.
Yep, okay.
But really, yeah, that's probably, you know, give me an array of that. You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit of olives.
Okay.
You know, fresh mushrooms.
Yo, everybody I ask puts olives on it. I'm
Yeah,
not
man.
an olive guy.
You know, I'm really not. But if you're, you know, if it's gonna be packed, let's go crazy. And
Hey, he's going in.
You know, why not?
Okay,
So,
you like a New York style classic?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I like it greasy. You know,
Okay.
I like where you have to fold it in the plate. And you got a Pez dispenser. Eat it.
lot of assistance.
Yeah, you know what I mean. The greasier, the better. You know, even though I'm older and my my digestive system doesn't do great with grease like that.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm like, fuck it. If I'm eating a good big ass piece of pizza, let's go in. You know.
All right, y'all be on the lookout for the 4-5 pizza coming soon.
Let's
okay?
go. You know.
Bro, I really appreciate you having me in here. Love the hospitality. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Anything else you want to let the people know before we wrap up?
Man, you know, tap in with River, man. Go to River Bar and Gallery. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook. Definitely give me a follow. Stay tuned in with my album. DM me personally. I'll get you, I'll get you a private invite to my party. You know, it's going to be closed to the public. Day of, we do have a show that starts at 3 o'clock. 40 vendors of just nothing but art, clothes, food, open to the public. We have a huge stage. DJ Cons is DJing. He's bringing his stage and sound. He'll be, you know, basically taking care of it. Termanology and DJ Dead Eyes will be here. They're going to be giving some feedback. They're going to be listening to all the artists. You're going to be having a good time. There's going to be great food. Our kitchen's going to be here serving amazing food. July 29th, 3 p.m. When it opens up, all-day event. And then after that's over, and tonight it's gonna be my closed private party. It's gonna be a place again where you're gonna want to be. You know what I mean? It's jam packed with nothing but fun. I got things planned for it. You know what I mean? I got all my new merch is gonna be there, so you'll be able to get everything like we were talking about. You know, different canvases, things like that. So yeah.
Man, I'm really looking forward to it. Everybody local around the area, even if you're not around the area, you've been waiting to come visit your boy, that would be the time, all right? July 29th, be on the lookout. The Lord's Peace album, release party here at River, and, you know, the official change of Justice Rhymes to 4-5.
Yes, man. I'm hyped. Thank you, man. Yep.
Hey, I appreciate you being on, and that's it, bro.
You know what? Thank you again for having me, bro. It's a big pleasure, huge honor, and, for me to be able to talk about all the things that are important to me means a lot to me. So, you know.
Hey, we're going to have to get a part 2, too. You know what I mean? Get some more Denver hip-hop history, and, you know.
We'll pick a different spot here in River.
Yeah. We're going to do a lot of different angles here, all right?
Yep. All right, man. Appreciate you. Sounds good, man. All right.
The Lord's Peace, kicking with the rude boy. Yeah, what's up? Back on my shit though. Yeah, 45. Hey, okay.